Hello guys, I'm the Kegman, welcome to Kegman Plays, and welcome back to Ipswich Town for our halfway season 3 review. And it's going really well. Things started off really slowly this year, but we're getting there, so we're going to do what we always do. We're going to look through some of the scheduling, we're going to look at how we are performing in competitions, the transfers in and outs, and basically where we can look to improve. So let's look in the schedule first. So if we go to the very start of the season, you can see we went on a pretty bad run. Lost 5 on the trot. Opening 5 games in the Premier League, we lost. And I was bricking it. When I say I was bricking it, I mean I was bricking it. I was really worried about things going wrong here. I shouldn't have been too worried, though. When you look into the context of the games, the matches themselves, you'll be able to see why I shouldn't have been too worried. It was just the final product. My transfers maybe weren't the strongest, but we'll look. So, Leeds. We lost 2-0 to Leeds. And I'm going to give this as an example. Opening game of the season, we lost 2-0 to Leeds. As you can see here, we had... there we go. We had more possession. We had more shots and more shots on target. We had more clear-cut chances, more half chances. It was a game that we dominated. Ultimately, we conceded goals, and that's kind of the story for a lot of the season so far. I say so far, at that stage of the season. United we got dominated by, the Norwich game. Unfortunately, we lost. Very even game. I don't think it was a 2-0 loss, but it is what it is. We are stepping up. Norwich are actually doing pretty damn well in the league right now. Brentford's game that we dominated. We drew 0-0 with Tottenham, a game that we kind of got lucky in. It's kind of, but you know, it was a start. That was the start. We followed up with a draw at with Aston Villa, a game that we probably should have won. And then from there, we then drew with Chelsea 2-2. Don't know how we scraped this one. We did. We FM'd Chelsea. Sometimes though, you get the good and the bad. We got FM'd against Leeds. We FM'd Chelsea. Then after that, we went on a little bit of a tear. We beat Wolves 2-1. Then we beat Stoke 4-2, followed up with a 5-2 win over Southampton. We then beat Leicester 2-0, which I was very impressed by. We drew 3-3 with Arsenal, and we won against Burnley 3-0. In the middle of this little streak that we had going on, we knocked Norwich out of the Carabao Cup, 2-2 on penalties. We then lost to West Ham 2-1 in a game that, if I remember rightly, we were dominant in. No, not necessarily. We had more possession, they had more shots and more shots on target. You don't make most of your possession, you don't score goals. You know, it's your own fault. And yeah, when we beat Sheffield United 3-1, lost to Newcastle, lost to City, it's going to happen. We lost to Everton, and then we beat Stoke 5-0. Got knocked out of the FA Cup in the third round by MK Dons. I put out a reserve under-23s, under-18s mixed team for the replayer. Didn't really fancy it at all. The FA Cup, I've got other things to worry about. We got knocked out by Birmingham in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals on penalties. Wasn't overly impressed by the whole situation. Beat Chelsea 3-1, beat Wolves 5-2, beat Everton 2-0, beat Aston Villa 3-2, and we've just beaten Manchester United 2-0. So we've got on a bit of a run. We've had sort of ups and downs. It's been ebbs and flow. That's kind of football for you, though. We've got a handful of games left. I'm going to cancel this Kettering game, I think, while I'm thinking I can't, apparently. Don't know why that's there. So we've got a handful of games left. We are 8th in the league. Let's go have a look at the Premier League. And as you can see, we are 9 points behind Tottenham. We are only 1 point ahead of Everton, who are in 9th. We've got the magic 40 points. Now, 40 points was my target for this season. Generally, 40 points means you are safe. Means you're not going to get relegated. As a kind of rule, that's the magic number, effectively, for the Premier League and safety. So I would consider ourselves safe at this point in time. It may not necessarily be the case, but I would consider it. I don't think we're going to get European competition at all. We are 13 games away from the end of the season. Some good-looking teams up there. And that 9 points is quite a lot to overcome, especially as a newly promoted team. Obviously, Everton have a game in hand over us as well, so they could knock us back down to 9th. But we're in a really good position. I'm really enjoying how we're doing here. It's been really good. Considering that we've won 12 and lost 9, obviously some of the games that we should have won as well, we probably could have been 7th at the moment. Just, it was the attacking output, basically. The attacking output of the team just wasn't quite there. You can see if we go to goals here, we don't have a top scorer in the top 20. We do have a top assist guy though. We have Leonardo Mancuso, who's 5th with 8 assists, and Rasmus Nissen Christensen with 6. Now, that's not bad. That's not bad. We've not scored huge amounts of goals. We've scored 50, conceded 39, but we're doing okay. And I've said this once, I've said it again. I would rather have my goals. I mean, it's all well and good having, say, Sadio Mane, for example, there on 16 goals, and Robert Firmino on 16 goals. But if they then get injured, one of your main attacking outputs is gone. I'd rather have fewer goals scored by one individual, but more goals spread over the team. That means if I lose a player, I'm less likely to lose his presence, especially if it's a top goal scorer. That's the way I look at it. Stay positive with it. So, let's have a look at the transfers. Now, I've made some transfers. We are at the end of the January transfer window. I've made some wonderful transfers this season. But we're going to talk about a few things. We obviously brought in some players here. I don't know if you guys saw these at the start of the season review, but I'll go through things anyway. We're going to talk Keganomics briefly. But we'll also look at this. So Romeo Diamande is in for 180k. He's out. Oh, he was out on loan. He's out on loan at New York. He is developing. He doesn't have a work permit with me, but we should be able to get him French nationality if he stays at New York. Benjamin Rollheiser, we signed him for 1.1 million. I've actually just sold him. I couldn't get a work permit, so I just sold him on. Made a bit of money on him as a loan, and then sold him to Mallorca. We've made profit on him. It's a shame I couldn't get a work permit on him, because he would actually make a massive difference. I mean, I signed him to be a big difference for the team, but yeah, he would have done us a really good job here. Jude Bellingham for £12.5 million. A fantastic signing. He's been a hell of a player for me this season. 23 appearances, 6 goals as a box-to-box, 1 assist. Some of those as a sub, but ultimately, like for his first season in the Premier League, for a player who's still developing, very nice. Yusuf Benassa, I'm sure I talked about this in the previous one. We then got him on a free. 5 days later, sold him to Hoffenheim for 13.5 million. Joseph Manala got him on a free. 3 days later, sold him to Vélez Sarsfield for 6.5 million. Felix Paslak in on a free. Sold him to Paderborn for £10 million 7 days later. So that's Keganomics for you. Bring in a player who you know you can sell him for a bit of cash, and then sell him on as soon as you can. Basically, just move him on as soon as you can. Adarabio on a free. He's at the club, still doing very well. Curtis Jones, he's at the club, still doing very well. Both those players on a free. Signed Alessandro Murgia for 5.75 million. I barely used him. I actually then sold him on to Bournemouth for 8.5 million. So nearly £3 million worth of profit on him. I thought that was quite good. Greg Taylor here, 16.75 million. He's doing very, very nicely. He's at the club. I really like him. I think he's a fantastic player. I think I actually got a good deal for him, especially now he's worth 22 million. He's still 24, still got time to work and develop, and he's getting there very, very slowly, but he's getting there. Joe Hart in on a free transfer. He's barely had any game time. I think he's had 3 appearances, all in the cup, but there he is. Ryan Gravenberch for £30 million has had a fairly good season so far. Haven't really figured out what his best position is for the club. He's had 22 appearances, 5 goals, and 4 assists. I'm currently using more as a shadow striker right now, and he seems to be doing a fairly good job. Rujin Makudonoradu, that's not his real name. He got renamed. He's basically been renamed to what is in Japan Old McDonald. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. In joke. But he's looking really good. 18 years old. I am developing as a box-to-box. I was talking about developing as a shadow striker. I think he's more of a box-to-box midfielder than a shadow striker myself. His tackling's there, his marking's there, got fairly good strength. He's going to be really good. He's going to be really, really good. And he is pretty damn good. Apparently he's lost trust in me. I don't know if you can see that there. Lost trust in the manager. I promised to loan him out when I signed him. But he's been getting games for me, so I don't know why he'd want to be loaned out. But he's getting lots of games for me. So I don't know why he wants to be loaned out. Harrison Reed. Signed Harrison Reed on a free transfer. Then sold Harrison Reed on just 11 days later for £6 million. Hashtag Keganomics. Neil Malpai. Signed him for 9.25 million. Not transfers because I want to get rid of him. I want to get rid of him. All right, 19 and 3. I know I said I wanted like lots of different goal scorers, but 3 goals and 19 appearances and 1 assist is not good, is it? It's better than last season where he had 21 and 2. I did not do my homework on this player. Leonardo Mancuso, we saw a minute ago from Empoli for £6 million. I'm really, really pleased with him. Really, really pleased with him. 7 goals, 8 assists and 20. He's been a hell of a signing. I thought he was going to be a I thought he was going to be an in and out signing. I might hold on to him now because he's actually doing very, very well. Rani Khedira in on a free transfer. We then moved on Rani Khedira just recently. Lots of outs here. Lots of outs. Where is Rani Khedira? There he is. To Granada on loan. And I'm pretty sure I've since sold him properly. There you go, to Bristol for £6 million. So, signed him on a free. And then we made £1 million there on a loan, and then sold him one for £6 million. I'm quite happy with that. £7 million in the bank. Rasmus Nissen Christensen from RB Salzburg, 8.5 million. Very, very happy with this signing. The right wing back. Still got a bit of work to develop on, but he's very, very good nonetheless. Ollie Skip in on loan. Barely used him. Barely used him. He's had 5 appearances for me all season. I feel like I can't cancel his loan, which really annoys me, but I'm not using him. I'm not going to use him. I wanted some strength and depth. I couldn't afford to buy a player, so I bought him on loan. I've just not used him. Cully's Kings. This is a renamed player from Frosinone. He was in on a free 4-star potential regen. Gerard Butler again, renamed and with a new face as well. Again, something you can do on stream, by the way. If you want to join me over at twitch.tv/KegmanPlays, you can. I'm live Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. What a segue that was. And you'll find a link down below in the description. But yeah, he was in for 650k. Quite a nice little centre-back. Still developing, 18 years old. He's currently out on loan at Rail somewhere or other. Holt B in on a free as well. 4-star potential regen, literally free. And he looks like he'd be quite good. Martin Preyman from Flora on a free 3-star potential. I thought he was going to be better. But he was free, basically. I'm going to be able to move him on for a bit of cash. Liam Carroll in on a free again. 2-star potential, thought he was going to be better. He's not, but he didn't cost me anything. So we'll move him on. Anas Rama, renamed Ciara. This is Nilsson. If you've watched previous episodes, you may have seen a £300,000 transfer on his way in. Nilsson, the centre-back. This is Nilsson. He's been called Anas Rama now. Don't ask. Again, Twitch naming conventions, apparently. This is where we are. He's on loan at Crawley. He does need a bit of development for him to achieve his potential. Very, very good potential. But I don't know how it's going to work out. Now, big guns. You can't see them behind my head here. But we've just made some big signings. Both new gens, but they're very, very big. We're going to talk some outs real quick. We just sold Zach Brown to Bournemouth for 1.3 million. Thiago Andre, who I signed for 1.2. We've just sold him for 1.5. Monksgaard's gone for 850k. Neil Lawrence, who I believe was a regen. He's gone for 200k as well. Tony Miettinen, who we signed, is gone. Ron Heiser, like I said, we've sold him on. Matt Payne, he's gone with the regen. Armando Dobra, sold him for 950k. I just don't see him developing at all. So I moved on. Il Mazzuni's gone out on loan. Nicolo Nardini, Mr. Average. Nicolo Nardini made around about £300,000 on him, so he's gone now. McCauley's out on loan at Huddersfield. He's a regen with a potential to sign for he's been sold, for up to 1.2 million and some potentials. And I think that's kind of it, really. Inciala's out on loan, but I want him gone properly. I mean, properly. I need to actually offer him to clubs and transfer list him, see if we can get some interest in him. So, the ins, the 2 players I signed. So, there's been a player who was genned into the game very, very early doors at Real Salt Lake. I have finally signed him. 19-year-old John Patterson, the American striker here. You can also play on both wings. I fucking love him. I think he's going to be so good. 5-star potential, £7.5 million, I'd like to point out. This man cost me. He does need work. I'm not going to lie, he does need work. But he is going to be one of the future players at this club. He's going to be amazing. I mean, properly amazing. Also, glorious beard. So, yeah, we've got him here now. I'm going to be training him as a complete forward. I'm going to get his endurance higher because his stamina's only 11. Work rate's good, but his stamina's only 11. That's the one thing that's winding me up a little bit. And his strength. So, first things with him, work on strength, work on stamina, get them high, and then start looking at his mentals and his technicals. I think he's going to be a world beater. And then finally, for 12.5 million over 3 years, from Sport Recife, Rogerio Auricchio. Look at this man. 22.5k a week I'm paying him. He's valued at 15.25 already. Look at this man. He's just amazing, isn't he? I think he's absolutely fantastic. Resolute personality needs a bit of work, but I think he's fantastic. I can't see anything negative about this player now. He's a 4-star current ability, by the way, star ratings. Good idea to a degree of gauging how good a player is, but not necessarily the way you should be doing things. It's just So star ratings, just very, very quickly, it's your scout report, effectively, and if your scouts aren't very good at judging player ability and player potential, you're going to get bad reports. But I've got fairly good scouts, so. But yes, I'm very happy with this. The price we paid, I think, is going to be amazing. He's going to be starting more or less straight away. I can't see why I would not use him straight away in this team. So we're going to get him going more or less straight away. Like I say, how many times can I say straight away, Keg? And I think he's going to be a great player. I can't see anything negative about this player. Worst case scenario, we're going to make money on him. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with him. Very, very happy indeed. He had a bit of a poor season there, but I mean, he was fucking 16, you know. He's going to have a poor season in 16. He's not going to be amazing. Yeah, very, very impressed with him. So that is the transfers in. Financially, we're not looking terrible. I know it's only £2 million in the bank for a Premier League team, but you need to understand Marcus Evans has not been Marcus Evans. Marcus Evans is actually, for 90% of the time I've asked more transfer funds, he's gone, yeah, okay, lovely, no worries, here you go. How much do you need? How much do you need? It's been incredible. It's been amazing. He's been very, very accommodating as a chairman for the most part. So yeah, we made £243 this month. But the money's going to go up now at this moment in time. We've got the TV revenue coming in. We're having a stonking season for a newly promoted team. And we are getting there as a club. Let's have a look at my overview real quick. 74% win percentage, which is brilliant. It genuinely is really good. Very, very high win percentage, especially for a team that's just got promoted. Obviously, I know it's not based on this season. It's based over the last 3 seasons. But if you took a club that had been promoted from League One to the Championship and then to the Premier League, so back-to-back promotions, and then said, right, 74% win percentage, you'd be like, okay, lovely, fantastic. You'd be very happy with that. I'm very happy with it. I think most people would be very happy with it. And yeah, we're in a really, really strong position. Like I say, we're not going to worry about any more camp games. I don't think we're going to get into a situation where we are in Europe. I think we're going to be way off the boil. If we can get an 8th place finish, though, we're going to be looking fairly strong. I actually don't know. If there's... What's the prize money for finishing 8th? £25 million in the bank would be lovely, wouldn't it, right? If we can get Europa League Europa Conference, which is basically Euro 2, then fantastic. We'll take that as well. But I don't see it happening. But yeah, we're going to be in a nice little position. As for anyone wondering about, you've not got any Ipswich players left. I mean, there's only a handful of original Ipswich players left in the team. You've not got any Ipswich players left. How are you gonna survive in a European competition without training nation, train a club? I'll be fine. We've got 3 training club players still. We've got 5 training nation. But you've got to remember as well, some players, like for example, player Marilla, we signed him in season 1. Next season he'll be HGC. Well, he'll be HGN anyway. I don't know if he'll be HGC because of Sporting Division. Batista Meyer, he will also, because I managed to renew his loan for another season, he'll be HGN. Diego Botza here, I think that's a little way off, but he'll be HGN. Curtis Jones, he's here, our player, he will be HGC next season. There's going to be players here who are going to become homegrown at club. Finley Robertson, I think, will be one of those as well. So we're going to have players who are going to develop into HGC players, and we're going to be fine. We'll be in a position. That's why I've been buying young. That's why I've been buying young players. But yeah, that's the team. And this team here, I'll move myself out of the way briefly so you can see. That is the team, and I think it's a fantastic little team. Like I say, there's a lot of future potential there. Hell of a lot of future potential there. Oldest player is Mancuso at 29, and then it's Malpai at 25. And we've got a couple of 24-year-olds. Oh, sorry, Joe Hart's 34. I forgot about Joe Hart. I think most people did. But yeah, so there we are. That is going to be the end of this episode. It's very, very long. 19 minutes. But I wanted to give you the full rundown. So yeah, that's where we're sitting. That's how we're looking. We've got players coming through the system soon. Everyone's happy apart from Macadonaradu, but he's going to get more game time soon, so he's going to be fine. Saying soon, he's getting game time already. So yeah, there we are. Anyway, folks, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to go and get myself some breakfast. It is very early in the morning. I want to get some food. I've sat down. I want to get myself another coffee. But if you want to join me over on Twitch, you can. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday nights from roughly 8 p.m. It depends if I'm working or not that day. If that's not a day that I'm working, I'll be on from about 6. And if you want to know when I will be streaming, there's also a link down below for my Discord and my Twitter. I normally announce when we're going to be going live quite early on in the day, give you a rough idea of what's going on. I normally tell you the night before on Twitch. So yeah, please join those. I'll see you when I see you. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.